5 Reasons Tammy Slaton's 1,000-Pound Sisters Season 7 Positive Edit Feels Forced, Too Much is Ignored. Tammy Slaton is slowly becoming a fan favorite due to the positive edit she received in 1,000-Pound Sisters Season 7. She began her on-screen journey in 2020, weighing over 600 pounds. Tammy depended on her family's support for everything and continuously battled with unhealthy eating habits. Not only did she struggle with obesity, but she also dealt with mood swings. Tammy frequently argued with her family members and engaged in verbal disputes, leaving her in a negative state. However, things took a turn when she experienced a significant health scare that led to her hospitalization. Tammy learned her lesson after surviving the hospital visit. She gained a newfound respect for her life and decided to make a change. After spending a few months in rehab, Tammy underwent weight loss surgery, which helped her lose over 500 pounds in the following years. The significant weight loss allowed her to reach many new milestones. Eventually, she consulted with doctors about removing her excess skin. In 1,000-Pound Sisters Season 7, Tammy finally received approval to undergo the procedure. She underwent surgery to remove the loose skin around her face and upper body. Early seasons have revealed Tammy's bratty outbursts. Tammy was seen as the villain of the show. While Tammy has successfully lost weight, she may still need to work on developing greater emotional regulation. In early seasons, her mood swings and bratty behavior were prominently featured. Tammy used harsh language with her family over minor problems, leading many to label her as the main villain of the show. She was accused of yelling at those who cared about her, such as when she shouted at Amy Slaton, who had advised her to focus on her diet. However, in 1,000-Pound Sisters Season 7, the focus has shifted more towards Tammy's fitness journey, neglecting other aspects of her personality. Tammy is very critical of her sister, Amy. Tammy looks down on her sister. While Tammy received a positive edit in 1,000-Pound Sisters Season 7, there are moments when hints of her problematic behavior became evident on the show. In one episode, she harshly judged Amy's living condition, mocking her backyard and pool. Tammy also downplayed Amy's engagement to Brian Levorn, diminishing the significance of the sweet moment. Although Tammy has displayed similar behavior in the past, earlier seasons accurately depicted her actions, revealing her negative traits. The current season appears to highlight Tammy's successful weight loss journey and portrays her as a flawless and positive person. Season 7 paints Tammy as emotionally stable and in control. Tammy may not be as emotionally stable as she appears. The editing of 1,000-Pound Sisters Season 7 appears unfair, as it glosses over Tammy's past anger issues and portrays her as the most emotionally stable person in the family. It's clear that she has always been chaotic, not only towards her family but also with her friends. There was a time when she would party daily and drink alcohol as a way to relieve stress. The new season makes it appear as though Tammy became a completely different person the moment she lost 500 pounds, which is unrealistic. Tammy believes she's now the pretty sister. Tammy is convinced she's better than her sisters. 1,000-Pound Sisters Season 7 does a good job of hiding Tammy's red flags, but there are instances where viewers can observe her displaying problematic behavior. In one scene, Tammy suggested that she was the most attractive sister in the family, displaying confidence while hinting at jealousy towards her sisters. It's likely that Tammy is envious of Amanda and Amy's physical appearances and considers herself superior to them, which isn't a positive mindset for her weight loss journey. Ideally, Tammy should be supportive and happy about her sisters' progress in their weight loss journeys. Tammy's skin removal surgery distracts from her core issues. Tammy may have started smoking again. 1,000-Pound Sisters Season 7 heavily focuses on Tammy's skin removal surgery. While she deserves praise for focusing on her body and achieving her desired appearance, it shouldn't be an excuse for her to be portrayed as perfect. Tammy still has her problems and often exhibits red flags. According to a video posted by @ThomasRiser20, she was recently seen smoking at a meet and greet despite the doctor advising against it. It appears that positive edits and praise are making Tammy happy, but it isn't helping her confront her issues. A more realistic edit in a future 1,000 Pounds Sisters season could help her see the truth and inspire her to make improvements from within, just as she has on the outside. 1,000 lb Sisters. Amy Slaton's bold new career move could end the show. Find out what she's doing. 1,000 Pounds Sisters star Amy Slaton's expanding her business empire, which could threaten the show. The single mother of two weighed over 400 pounds when the show premiered in 2020, but had bariatric surgery. She lost 125 pounds. She was able to make her dream of motherhood come true, going on to have two healthy sons with her then-husband, Michael Halterman. Amy's been a content creator, television star, and social media influencer, and she recently added a new job title to her resume. The 1,000 Pounds Sisters Season 7 star's grown a lot as a person. Now, she's growing in her professional life as well. Amy recently discovered a talent that she could monetize, and is doing just that. Could her new career distract her from the show? Amy's fans weren't all super supportive. Yes, I did that. Amy's developed a real appreciation for art over the years, and she's sharing more of her work on Instagram. The 1,000 Pounds Sisters Season 7 stars always had a creative streak. Now, she's been leaning into it. It started in March, when Amy posted an Instagram photo of a small dinosaur statue she made. "Yes, I did that," reads Amy's quote. Amy's followers took to the comment section of her post with their art criticism. Several people made fun of Amy and laughed at her art. Many of Amy's social media followers didn't even understand what they were seeing. "What are my eyeballs seeing?" asked one person. "Is this the boy's artwork?" Amy didn't let the jokes keep her from creating. Amy has been sharing her work on social media. Art is her new creative and emotional outlet. Amy shared more art during an Instagram art dump. The post features Amy defining the term while showing roughly 12 pieces of art. Art dump is a term used to describe the process of sharing a large collection of artwork, Amy explains. When people in the comment section ask about buying her work, Amy said she might open a store. Discovering her love of art may be the best thing that ever happened to the TV star. Amy also shared some resin art that she made for her beloved cousin, Katie Slaton, on Instagram. The Slatons are a close-knit family. They get on each other's nerves, but love each other. That's why news that Katie has stage 4 cancer shook the Slaton family deeply. Amy wants to make art as a gift for her ailing cousin. It's great that Amy has found such a powerful outlet. The 1,000 Pounds Sisters Season 7 star has struggled with her mental health over the years. Making art's clearly good for her. Amy's never seemed happier despite the chaos going on in her life. Discovering her love of art may be the best thing that ever happened to the TV star. Amy recently made her first sale. Hopefully more to come soon. A few months after sharing her artwork on social media, Amy made her first sale, posting about it on Instagram. "So thankful for Katie buying some of my art from me. My first sale and hopefully more to come soon," read Amy's caption. The photos feature the 1,000 Pounds Sisters Season 7 star beaming beside her buyer, holding a $20 bill. Be on lookout for Amy Levorn creations. $20 may not be a lot of money, but the look on Amy's face is worth $1 million. The 1,000 Pounds Sisters Season 7 star seems genuinely happy to have made a sale. She's hopeful about being able to sell more of her art in the future. Amy took to the comment section to inform her followers that she was working on a website to sell more of her work. Be on lookout for Amy Levorn creations. Amy is officially a professional artist. What else has Amy been up to? Camels, cops and engagement rings, oh my. It's good that Amy found an outlet in arts and crafts because the 1,000 Pounds Sisters Season 7 star has had a tumultuous year. In September 2024, she was bitten by a camel at Tennessee Safari Park. She required ER treatment. Police, responding to the incident, arrested Amy and her boyfriend, Brian Levorn. They were booked for drug possession and child endangerment. Marijuana and mushrooms were found in their car. If Amy's success as an artist grows significantly, she might prioritize art over reality TV, especially with the show's uncertain future. Though Amy was terrified of going to prison, the judge was lenient. Amy pleaded guilty to simple possession in December, receiving probation. Despite the drama, Amy got engaged to Brian in May 2025 during a haunted house proposal. Amy regained custody of her sons, Gage and Glenn Halterman, and continues sharing her journey on 1,000-Pound Sisters. Could Amy's success as an artist end the show? Her art income would drastically have to overshadow her TV income. Amy Slaton's budding art career, marked by her first sale in June 2025, could shift her focus from 1,000-Pound Sisters. If Amy's success as an artist grows significantly, she might prioritize art over reality TV. The show already has an uncertain future, however, Amy's engagement and ongoing personal drama remain central to the show. Therefore, she's unlikely to exit soon. However, she might if her art career dramatically overshadows her reality TV income. 1,000 LB Sisters. These red flags prove Tammy Slaton isn't the hero everyone thinks she is. 1,000-Pound Sisters star Tammy Slaton is not the hero she is made out to be, as her red flags prove this. 1,000-Pound Sisters Season 7 recently wrapped up, after airing 9 episodes. Season 7 featured all of Tammy's siblings, Misty Slaton Wentworth, Chris Combs, Amanda Halterman, and Amy Slaton. Originally, Tammy and Amy were the focus of the show, but it expanded to include the rest of their family, as their family dynamics and drama proved interesting. Furthermore, Misty, Chris, and Amanda, in addition to Amy, had bariatric surgery to improve their health and have seen success. Chris was the first of the bunch to get skin removal surgery, and it greatly improved his life. Tammy really wanted to get skin removal surgery as well, as she lost over 500 pounds, but she was protein deficient and also had an issue with vaping. However, Tammy was able to overcome both obstacles and was approved for skin removal. The doctors took 15 pounds of excess skin from Tammy's face, neck, arms, and lower abdomen. While Tammy has come a long way, she still has red flags that shouldn't be ignored or overshadowed by her positive edit. Tammy's Season 7 edit has been overly positive. Tammy's weight loss hero edit. At her heaviest, Tammy weighed 725 pounds and had a slew of medical issues including lung, thyroid, blood pressure, and mobility problems. She didn't start helping herself until Season 3, when a medical emergency landed her in a coma on life support. It was only after that Tammy was willing to enter a weight loss rehab center, one which she had left prematurely before, and stuck to her program, that she was able to get approved for bariatric surgery. After the surgery, Tammy was able to drop the significant weight she did and then was able to return home. Since coming home, Tammy continued with her diet and exercise routines and maintained her weight loss, which turned her into an icon and hero. Tammy has overcome her morbid obesity and all the complications that came with it, and she is still advocating for bariatric journeys, skin removal, and mental health, making her a distinguishing figure in reality TV and the weight loss communities. In Season 7, Tammy's love life and new relationship with Andrea Dalton were explored and made Tammy an even more sympathetic figure. Tammy fell in love in weight loss rehab and married Caleb Willingham during her stay. Sadly, Caleb passed away due to complications with his obesity in June 2023, leaving Tammy a widow. Therefore, her foray back into dating was a notable action. Not to mention, Tammy, who has always identified as pansexual, is now with a woman. 1,000-Pound Sisters Season 7 has given Tammy an overly positive edit for how many red flag actions and behaviors she presented in the past. Her hero edit is unjust given how she's acted throughout the series, including with her bad picker when it comes to partners. Tammy has no patience for others. Queen Tammy. Tammy, 38, and a Leo, had a horrible attitude when she debuted in 1,000 Pounds Sisters and for many seasons up until this latest one. She had dubbed herself Queen Tammy, a moniker that her family also adopted given the way Tammy would act. Tammy was extremely entitled in the earlier seasons. Amy had to endure the brunt of Tammy's anger and attacks as they lived next door to each other, and Amy took care of Tammy the most when she was at her heaviest before rehab. Tammy was remarkably mean to Amy despite how much Amy helped her. Tammy always wanted what she requested when she wanted it, and threw fits when her requests weren't fulfilled fast enough. Tammy used intimidation, strong language, and anger to dominate those around her, even though she could barely help herself. Queen Tammy has always had a temper, and it was hidden or masked in 1,000-Pound Sisters Season 7, which painted Tammy in an unrealistic light. It's possible Tammy has a better attitude because her life has improved, but her personality was marked by her temper, lack of patience, and demanding nature. Tammy refuses to drive. Tammy should help herself. While Tammy's inflammatory and cutting personality was on the back burner in Season 7 in favor of a wholly positive and transformative edit, there were red flags to pick up on. Namely, Tammy's refusal to drive. Tammy was too big to drive when she was morbidly obese, but now that she has reached her goal weight and has mobility back, she should be doing more to help herself. Tammy tried riding a tractor, but barely gave it a chance before claiming she was scared and giving up. Because Tammy doesn't drive and is unwilling to step up her maturity and life skills, the duty falls most often on Chris. Chris has a full-time job and his own family to worry about, but frequently has to drop everything or take off work to drive Tammy to places. Now that Tammy has the ability, she should get her driver's license and be more independent. By continuing to rely on her family for things she can do herself, she is making it harder on everyone, something a hero wouldn't do. Tammy takes advantage of her family's kindness and generosity. Chris, Amanda, Misty, and Amy go out of their way a lot. Tammy has been fortunate enough to be blessed with a loving and supportive family. Despite the squabbles they get into, they always go out of their way to be there for one another, but it seems like they are always for Tammy, and she isn't there for them as much. Tammy takes advantage of the lengths her family will go to see her healthy and happy because she needs a lot of help and support. 1,000-Pound Sisters had underscored Tammy's bad behavior, hot temper, and demanding nature, but her edit in Season 7 was a far cry from her usual self. Tammy's red flags are still there, they are just currently being masked so she can have a hero edit. Tammy Slaton's shocking weight loss transformation can't hide 1,000-Pound Sisters' real Season 7 problem. Tammy Slaton, the elder of the two sisters on 1,000-Pound Sisters, has made significant weight loss progress in Season 7. Her health had been declining for years, she relied on oxygen to breathe, couldn't move without help, and refused to follow medical advice. Things only began to change after a near-death experience landed her in the hospital and forced her into rehab. She stayed there for several months and was eventually approved for bariatric surgery. Since then, she has lost over 500 pounds, and this achievement became the central focus of 1,000-Pound Sisters Season 7. However, the show spends almost no time on the problems that came before. There is little to no mention of the way she treated her family or the damage she caused to her relationships. What viewers are shown is a version of Tammy that feels new, yes, but overly polished. By leaving the messy parts on the cutting room floor, TLC creates a false image of what weight loss surgery can actually fix. It sends the wrong message about recovery and enables Tammy to avoid accountability for the emotional work she still hasn't done. Tammy Slaton has a history of problematic behavior. Tammy has a well-documented history of being rude and hostile throughout the earlier seasons of 1,000-Pound Sisters. She yelled at her sister, Amy Slaton, on a pretty regular basis, especially when Amy encouraged her to stay on track with her diet. In one scene, Amy simply asked her to grab her own peanut butter. Tammy yelled at her, labeled her insensitive, and drove her to leave the house. Tammy also had a pattern of playing the victim. When she left rehab earlier than planned, she blamed others for her situation instead of taking responsibility. In Season 3, when her nurse encouraged her to walk a short distance for exercise, Tammy verbally abused her. As 1,000-Pound Sisters has continued, it's become clear that Tammy believes getting through the toughest part of her weight loss journey may be enough to help her heal as a whole, even though there's more to her journey than the weight she's held for years. While the mental side of Tammy's problems has been addressed regularly throughout the show, it's been clear in recent episodes that Tammy's behavior hasn't changed even though her weight has. Prior to Tammy's weight loss surgery,